Today I want to show you how to play this beautiful sounding guitar part. Now I took this guitar part idea from this fantastic book called The Acoustic Guitar Bible by an amazing guitarist, Eric Roach. It's full of fantastic exercises that sound really musical. This particular part is taken from a finger picking exercise, but I'm going to show it you with a pick because I think it's one of those that just sounds so good you can do what you want with it. So let's start with the first chord, D minor 9 chord. The first finger goes on the 5th fret of the A string, and then we're going to place your second finger on the 5th fret of the G string, and then your little finger on the 6th fret of the B string. Now it is important to use your little finger on this one because we're going to be using this ring finger shortly for something else. Now this chord on its own sounds great, but we're also going to add this open high E string, and this high E string being open rings out throughout the entire chord progression, which I think adds a real dreamy quality, sounds really nice to it. I really like the idea of a static chord shape, which in this progression is just these two notes. But then or these two fingers, then we're going to move things around that. We've got this chord shape here, then we're going to change this top note from being at the 5th fret of the A string, we're going to now change to the 6th fret of the low E string with your ring finger. And then this finger can come off because that's going to be muted naturally anyway. So now we have this, which just sounds really nice. So we've got... Then we're going to use the first finger is going to do a little stretch back to the 3rd fret of the A string, which can be a bit of a stretch, but it's pretty nice. Sounds really good, same kind of thing. Then we're going to go to the 5th fret of the low E string, back to the 6th fret of the low E string, and that's it. Just got these chords. And you can strum these. I've used this in a song before with a strumming pattern, a few extra shapes I've thrown into it before, but it just sounds really nice. But what I did in the intro, in the playthrough, I'm just picking out the notes of the chord. That was all I was doing. So I was playing the A string, G string, B string down to the E string, and then back up B string to the G string. Just make sure that you're picking the correct bass note as you're moving around the progression. The thing that I would take away from this is the idea of, first of all, having some open strings ringing out throughout your chord changes, which is always a nice thing to do. But also the idea of just changing the bass note to whatever you're playing and see if you can turn that into a nice progression, because that's going to add some really nice extensions on top of your chord. Take this D sus2 chord, just a normal D major chord without the second finger on there with the open E string. So you've got that ringing out throughout all these. And I'm just going to try changing the bass note from this D to this F sharp to this E note. See if that sounds good. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed playing that one, guys. It's a beautiful sounding chord progression. And if you are interested in this book, The Acoustic Guitar Bible by Eric Roach, I've left a link to it in the description box below. I'll see you next time, guys.